Welcome back to Worthington Model Railway and part 3 of my new landscaping. So as I said before, have to somehow or other disguise these joins, right? So what I'm planning to do is along here, on the edge of this, I'm going to put some lump foliage. And then I think I mentioned previously, I want to use these dry stone walls along here, which I think with some foliage behind will, there we go, the dry stone walls will nicely cover up that joint, but still make it so I can lift the top piece out. And then if we look along where those two boards join, I'm going to put some clump foliage on each side, and so where they join we should end up with what looks like a hedge. So I'm going to get on and do these two things, and I'll show you how. Start with these these molded dry stone walls. These come from Javis Scenics. They're about £1, £1.50 a piece, I think, and they slot together. Well, if we look on the ends of them, you'll see that they're designed to slot together like that, and then we can sort of put a little bit of greenery or grass or something on that to cover it up. They have a habit of breaking. Here's one that's broken. Or if you want to, you can cut them with a Dremel tool or something similar, but you'll see that these are broken. But actually that works well because that now gives me an end to work with. So here's the broken end. So depending on where I'm going to start, I'm going to lay these out first just to sort of make sure where I think they want to go, and then I'll add some glue. You can't see what I'm doing. Hang on. There we go. So let's keep going with these. And where the corner is in here, we'll put some foliage in there so that sort of covers that up as well. Okay, that one has a kind of a bad end on it. Not good for where I want it there. Now I want to get that closer, so I'm going to have to think this a little differently. We'll come back in a second. Just made a slight change to how I've got this laid out, and I'm just going to continue laying these out. Obviously, we're going to have a break here. Trying to decide what's the best way to do that as well. I may end up having to break a couple of these and kind of make it work that way. So yeah, let me get the Dremel out and cut the end off this so these two can join together, and we should be good from that point on. What I did was just snap this end off. That goes to there, and then that one will go to there. And that's going to work. We won't notice that join. And then continue along this way. And I think you'll see that this is doing a nice job of sort of covering up where that break occurs. And obviously I have to finish off what I'm doing at that end. And I'm going to do that in a little while. Once I've worked out just what I'm doing. Now, what I do want to do is I want to have some narrow gauge coming along here, and my thought is that the narrow gauge will disappear into a tunnel here somewhere, Quite how I'm going to do that, I have to work that out, because it's going to make it look like it's realistically going to go into the tunnel with the other tunnel coming through. So I got to think this one through a little bit in terms of how I'm going to do this. So I'm just going to take these and put some white glue on the bottom, glue them down. So I'm going to get on and do that, and we'll come back when it's all done. It's a pretty simple, easy job here. Just put enough glue on them so they stick where I want them to stick. I have this Woodland Scenics clump foliage in some different colors. So we're going to add some of this along the wall, and we'll show you how that works. It's really quite simple. I just grab a little bit of the foliage like this and dunk it in some white glue I've got in a pot over here, and here we go. I'll stick some bits of it along here. And then when I'm done with this, I'll come back and I'll just go over it with some glue and washing up liquid diluted, and that'll seal it down. So I'm going to get along and do this, and I'll speed the video up while I'm doing it, but I'll leave the camera running for a little while here. So I think you can see the effect there. I'm going to get on and do some more of this, and we'll come back when it's all done. So I think you can see the effect. This obviously, it needs to dry. Put some down the middle here to cover over that split area in the middle. And you'll also notice, as I said, I put foliage in the back here on the very edge behind the wall, so we don't see the cut edge where it comes down. So I think this is going to work reasonably well. I'm now going to just get a dropper and go over this. I will show you how to do that in a second. A mix here, washing up liquid, Mod Podge and water, and you'll see it's about 50-50 water to the Mod Podge. And then I'm just going to take the dropper, just put a little bit on it. The washing up liquid will break the surface tension, and then this will hold everything together. The other thing that you can do, and sometimes I do, is spray it with alcohol first, and I probably should do that, so I'm going to go grab some alcohol. We'll spray it down. So this is just IPA, it's just alcohol in a little spray bottle, and what I'm going to do is just spray this down before I put any more of that on there. The alcohol also just helps to break the surface tension. So you'll see now I put the alcohol in, it kind of soaks in better. So I got a little bit to do here. Let me go ahead and get this done. Up over by the tunnel mouth I put some more clump foliage, but I still have kind of a gap there, and I need to fill that in. So I will show you what I'm going to do to fix that problem. I think this angle shows you better what my issue is here in terms of that gap. I know you've seen me use this before, but that's what I'm going to put in there. It's this 6mm pull apart Scenescapes grass, and I got it here in two different colors. I got a dark green and I've got a lighter green, so I'm going to get on and do that. Now the way that this works is this is just, so it's like a mat, and you just pull it apart, put some glue down where we want it to go, pull it apart and stick it on. So let me show you how that works. So I'm going to just stick some glue down here. I'll probably have to cut it a little there because I got glue on both sides, but that's fine, it's not that big a deal. So here we go. And then what I'm going to do along the top there is I'm going to put some actually onto the bridge and let it sort of fall over. And I think you see that that effectively kills that gap. Let's have a look at it from a different angle. There we go. So it makes a good job of that. And I'm obviously going to do something similar with the other tunnels. So we'll get on and do that. Around, I put the glue onto the baseboard, and let's put some foliage onto that glue. Kind of easier to, because I'm doing it all the way across, to glue direct onto the baseboard. And in the same way, I'm just going to take some of this static grass mat, and we'll just put it kind of on the tunnel nails and let it drop over a little. We'll also put some sort of down along the edges. So as I said, we have a couple of gaps kind of in the corners here. I'll just stick some glue in there. And some of this just dropping down there. And do this other corner here. We'll show you that sort of finished result. Dry up, and I got more stuff I need to do here. Okay, I'm going to put some trees and some other things in here. I'm not quite sure exactly what's going in there yet, but it's starting to come together. I added a couple of trees and put the brick paper in the tunnel entrances. I need to get a little bit of black wash and dirty that down, but it's coming together. Now I need to kind of get some of this area done in here and make it actually look like it's a tunnel entrance with ballasting and all the other good stuff I got to get done. Okay, well, that's it for today. Thanks for watching this next installment in this how-to on this landscaping. There's going to be quite a few installments, but I did think it would be fun to document this as I do it. Let me know if you like them. Please like if you like the video, and if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. Subscribe button top right, another video top left.